Hello, you're welcome to this lesson. In this video, we are going to learn how to use Crout method to decompose a matrix into a lower triangular matrix and then an upper triangular matrix. Okay, I have this system of linear equations here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use Crout method to decompose the coefficient matrix into a product of lower triangular matrix and then upper triangular matrix. Okay, so this will be the coefficient matrix for the equations that were given. Okay, so I'm going to decompose this to a lower triangular matrix and then an upper triangular matrix. That's the product of a lower triangular matrix and then an upper triangular matrix. Okay, so let's look at how you are going to do this. So I have a product of the lower triangular matrix and then the upper triangular matrix. And one thing about the Crout method is that for the upper triangular matrix, you are going to make the diagonals unity. Okay, so every value in the diagonal will be a unity. So we have one here, we have one here, and then we have one here. So that's what Crout method is about. Okay, so let's look at how you are going to do this. So we decomposed A into a lower triangular matrix. Okay, where you have L11 0 0. Okay, L21 L22 0. Okay, and then we have L31 L32 L33. So that's the lower triangular matrix and then an upper triangular matrix. Okay, which is 1 U12 U13. Okay, and then we have 01 U23 and then we have 001. Okay, so let's look at how you are going to do this. Alright, let me bring the A. Okay, let me clean this A from here and then let me bring the actual matrix A. Okay, so for the actual matrix A, we have 3 minus 1 and 1. Then we have 2 3 1 and then we have 3 1 minus 2. Okay, so now let's look at how you're going to do the multiplication. So we have a 3 by 3 matrix here. Then you have a 3 by 3 matrix here. Okay, so one thing you have to know is that when you have if you want to multiply matrices, you check the inner dimensions and see if they are the same. If they are the same, then that means that the matrix you are going to get are going to be the other dimensions, which is this 3 and this 3. So that means that you are going to get a 3 by 3 matrix after this multiplication. Okay, so let's go ahead and then look at what you are going to do. Okay, so to do the multiplication, I will take the first row of the lower triangular matrix and I'll multiply it by the first column of the upper triangular matrix. So when I do that, you are going to get row 1, column 1 of the resultant matrix. Okay, so let's look at how you are going to do this. So in doing this, okay, you are going to get L11, okay, multiplying 1, right? So when I do that, you are going to get L11, okay, and you are going to do this 0, okay, multiplying this 0, that give us 0, plus this 0 multiplying this 0, that also give us 0. So then you're just going to have L11. Then I will go to row 1, column 2. Okay, so for this one too, you're going to get L11 multiplying U12 plus 0 multiplying 1, which will be 0, plus 0 multiplying 0. That also be what? 0. So now you now go to row 1, column 3. So you're going to get L11 U13, okay, plus this 0 here multiplying U23, that will give us 0, and then plus this 0 multiplying the 1, and that also give us 0. So this is what you are going to get for row 1, column 2, and then column 3. So now let's go up to the next row. So we are taking this row here, okay, and then now also multiply all the columns in the upper triangular matrix. So for the first one, we are going to have L21 multiplying 1, that gives us L21. Then we are going to have L22 multiplying 0, that will be 0, and then you're going to have 0 multiplying 0. And then next, you're going to have L21 multiplying U12, okay, plus L22 multiplying 1. So you're going to have plus L22. And then next, you're going to have plus 0 multiplying 0, that gives us 0. Okay, then next, we will go to L21 multiplying U13, L21 multiplying U13 plus L22, okay, L22 multiplying U23. Then you're going to have 0 multiplying 1, that gives us 0. And then lastly, you're going to have L31 multiplying 1, that gives us L31. And then I'm going to have L32 multiplying 0, that will be 0 plus L33. This is supposed to be 3, okay, plus L33 multiplying 0, that also gives us 0. We are going to have L31 multiplying U12, so we have L31 multiplying U12, and then we're going to have L32 multiplying 1, so plus L32 multiplying 1, that gives us L32. Then we're going to have L33 multiplying 0. Then next, we're going to have L31 multiplying U13. They're going to have plus L32 multiplying U23. They're going to have L33 plus L33. So this will be the resultant matrix. Okay, so what you're going to do is that you're going to compare this to the matrix A, which is the coefficient matrix, and then compare the terms. Okay, so when you look at this resultant matrix, you see that it corresponds to this element 3 here in the matrix A, right? So you're going to say that L11, okay, will be equal to 3, and then L21 will also correspond to 2. This L21 will also correspond to 2. So you're going to say that L21, okay, is equal to 2, and then you're going to get L31, you're going to get L31, okay, to be equal to 3. So now let's go to the second column, which is this column. For that one, we have L11, okay, multiplying U12, and then that will correspond to minus 1. So let's solve for U12. So you're going to get U12 to be equal to minus 1 over L11, which is 3. So you're going to get minus 1 over 3. Now let's move on to the second term, which will be L21 U12 plus L22. Okay, we know L21 and then we know U12, right? Okay, and then don't forget that corresponds to 3 in the matrix A. So we're going to get L22 to be equal to 3 minus L21, which is 2, okay, multiplying U12, which is minus 1 on 3. So let's simplify this and see what you're going to get for L22. So you're going to have 3 minus 2 times minus 1 over 3. That will give us a value of 11 over 3. So we have L22 to be... Okay, so now let's find the next element. We have L31 U12 plus L32, and then that's equal to 1. And we want to find L32. Okay, so that will be equal to 1 minus, and then we have L31, which is 3, multiplying U12, which is minus 1 on 3. So then this 3 will cancel out this, and then you're going to get 1 plus 1, that gives us 2. So you're going to have L32 to be equal to 2. Okay, so now let me circle this so that it doesn't confuse us. Okay, I'll circle all the L's with green and then all the U's with blue. So this is one L. Okay, this is another L. And then this is another L. Okay, and then this is another L. Okay, we have another L here. Okay, and then we found one U value so far. So this is a U. Okay, so now let's continue. Okay, so for the next one, you have L11 U13. Okay, and this will be equal to 1, right? So we want to find U13. So I'm going to get U13 to be equal to 1 over L11, which is 3. So I'm going to get 1 over 3. Okay, so that's a U. So let me make a blue rectangle around it. Okay, so for the next one, we have L21 U13, okay, plus L22 U23. Okay, so now you're going to find U23, which will be U23 equals 1 over L22, right, which is 11 over 3. So it being divided by 1 will give us 3 over 11. We're going to have 3 over 11. Okay, multiplying this will be equal to 1, right? So that will be 1 minus L21 multiplying U13. So you know L21 to be 2, and then U13 to be 1 over 3. So you're going to get 2 over 3. Okay, so let's simplify this and see what you are going to get. So you have 3 over 11, okay, multiplying 1 minus 2 on 3. Okay, so this will give us a value of 1 on 11. So you have 1 on 11. That's for U23. So this is another U value. Okay, so let me use a blue rectangle around it. Okay. Alright, so lastly we have let me solve this here. We have L31 U13, okay, plus L32 U23, okay, plus L33. Okay, so let's look at which value we are finding now. We know L31, we know U13, we know L32, we know U23. So that means that you are finding L33, and that is equal to minus 2. So let's do the substitution. L31 is 3, and then U13 is 1 over 3, right? And then plus L32, and L32 is 2, multiplying U23, which is 1 over 11, okay, and then that plus L33 should be equal to minus 2. So let's simplify this. So we are going to have 1 here, okay, and then plus 2 over 11, right? So 1 plus 2 over 11 will give us 13 on 11. So I'm going to get L33 to be equal to minus 2 minus 13 on 11. So minus 2 minus 13 on 11, that gives us a value of minus 35 on 11. So that's for L33. So that's an L. So we're going to have a green rectangle here. So now that we found all the elements in the resultant matrix, let's write our lower triangular matrix and then upper triangular matrix. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll just be cleaning and then be writing the values there. So we know L11 to be 3, right? So let me clean this, and then let me write my 3 here. And then we know L21 to be 2, right? So I'll clean this and then put in my 2. And then we know L31 to be 3, right? So let's take that also out, and then let's write our 3. And then L22, okay, we have L22 to be 11 on 3. So let me take this out. We have 11 on 3. And then we have L32 to be 2. Okay, so let's do that also. L32 is 2. Let me put my 2 here, and then L33 is minus 35 on 11. So let's clean that also and then put the value there. We have minus 35 on 11. Now let's go to the upper triangular matrix. Okay, so for that one also, I have u12, okay, which is minus 1 on 3. So let me clean this and then write the minus 1 on 3 here. And then we have u13, which is 1 on 3. So let me clean that also. Okay, that's 1 on 3. And then we have u23, which is 1 on 11, right? So let's clean that and then bring our 1 on 11 here. Okay, so this will be the upper triangular matrix, okay, and then this will be the lower triangular matrix. So if you find the product of these two matrices, you're expecting that you get this matrix A here. So this is how to use Crout method to decompose a matrix into an upper triangular matrix and then a lower triangular matrix.